you very much, Les Concola. I'm glad to get the opportunity to. And a few short years ago, the second last government, I think it was, got rid of bedsits in Dublin. And I think from that point, that really that's when the housing problem started to exasperate in this city. We didn't have that kind of a problem. Bedsits are in cities, as I understand it, or were in cities where a single man or a single woman will say rented such a place to tie them over, like Michael said, at a certain stage in their lives, and when they moved on then and got into a family situation, they needed a bigger house. And it's amazing to think that the government of today would be considering, going backwards again, and in other words, building kind of apartments not much bigger than a butter box. I mean, if we are to go forwards, we must improve. And I think from reading everything and listening to everyone, it seems to be that our minister was against this type of living space when he was in opposition, but now he's for it. So it's hard to understand what's going on. There's different things happening when people get into government. I think they forgot what actually got them there in the first place. In Kerry, we don't have a problem with this, but what we have is many people trying to put a roof over their own heads, and they're being stopped by serial objectors. And I'm appealing to this government to do something about these serial objectors, because they've stopped many people who just wanted one thing, and that was to get planning to build a house legally for themselves and to put a roof over their own heads. And they weren't stopped by the council. Maybe the rules and regulations were tough, but in many of the cases the local authority granted the planning permission, but they were refused and appealed by serial objectors, and Bord Penala turned them down, and they lost that chance of putting a roof over their own heads in the place that they wanted to. And I'm glad I got to say that.